Let's start off from the bipartisan parliamentary probe on the alleged plot to oust the Inspector General of Police because another version of the leaked tape with additional information has emerged. Chairman of the committee, Samuel Atachian, indicated that the committee would have to study the new tape. Superintendent George Asari was the third witness before the committee sitting.
The committee, at its hearing on Monday, took the witness statement of Superintendent George Lysander Asari. He told the committee that he is currently a protocol officer at the headquarters of the Ghana Police Service.
Do you admit that your voice is on the tape?
Yes, Mr. Chair, but there is some cut and paste on the audio, but that notwithstanding, the voice in it is mine.
He also indicated to the committee that Bugri Nabu had told a lot of lies and had invented a lot of statements concerning himself and COP George Mensah.
Abuaji Bugri Nabu on tape. Everything he came to say here on video in his office, the same office. His relationship with IGP and contracts, 40,000 boots contracts.
My brother, you were very good and said you speak in camera. Have you forgotten yourself? Yes. Ask your very simple question whether you appear before the
Honorable
NIB.
Chair, sorry.
Okay.
Honorable Chair, I'm
all right.
Sorry.
We've had the benefit of a tape on the assumption that it's authentic. The members of the committee will have to internalize that tape, and it is also transcribed and look at it. And that will give us the ideas as to what to do. First of all, do we bring all the stakeholders together with their lawyers for cross-examination and cross-firing to take place? Whilst we listen attentively, and later when they finish, then we'll have our turn.
Duke Benson Poku, TV3 News, Parliament House, Accra.
Now, security analyst Colonel Festus Abuaji, retired, has voiced his support for calls to extend the sitting of the bipartisan committee tasked with investigating the leaked tape. His stance is rooted in the belief that an extended proceedings will facilitate a more comprehensive understanding of the situation. This, in turn, will provide a solid foundation for informed decision-making based on a thorough examination of the evidence and testimony related to the leaked tape.
Audio tape came out. I listened to certain individuals on certain platforms, that's media, purporting that there were video files. So the whole idea is I want to get to the bottom of the conspiracy. And I think the committee had access to the video file, digested it, did the transcript, shared it with the witnesses, and if need be, recall them to appear before the committee, the better. But I say we need to look beyond the exchanges before the committee and try and understand what is really going on. One is that there has been an extensive politicization of our security institutions that we need to admit. When this gentleman on the committee, the chief superintendent of Superintendent Tobu, was about to leave, he tendered his resignation. And then he indicated that he was going to go into politics. Some Ghanaians tore him into shreds, that he had been an NDC officer all along, and yet was very close to the IGP and so on and so forth. See, this time around, the very people who were castigating Tobu for coming out that he did not practice politics whilst he was in uniform, but he was leaving to go into politics. Those people who castigated him are now very quiet. And this is a very bad case. We need to hear those people. But all I'm saying is that the degree of politicization is worrisome.
Well, political science lecturer at the University of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Asamoah, has been reacting.
I'm sure as the days go by, we'll be able to know what his thinking is relative to the issue we are talking about. But there is no doubt that he was not happy with the way aspect of the processes went. That is a no doubt. I don't belong to the school of thought who believe that the status quo will remain. There may be a change for whoever that is contesting, provided that individual is able to address certain concerns. On November 4th, we are going to witness a whole lot of people who are going to take part, over 220,000 people. Those are lots. And the demography obviously will change, and that will also change the dynamics, because you are going to get youth in there who will require their government to be able to fix the problem of unemployment, which is a major issue in this country. Remember that what they are going to look at are not only things that pertain to the NPP, but that beyond NPP, what will happen? So the issue of unemployment will come in, which is a national one, issue of the economy, all right? Who has the mandate of governing this country? How have you managed the economy? That issue will come up strongly, and that could also change the conversation. Issue of corruption, who is better placed to be able to fight corruption? Issue of messaging, what type of message will resonate with the people? An issue of strategy, now that you have the expanded body which is going to vote, what will be your strategy and all that? So there are a whole gamut of factors that are going to be brought to bear on the situation. It is time for Mr. Chamatin to reflect soberly and then look at how well he will be able to organize himself and then his followers to achieve a better results next time.
Well, he's been reacting to Alan Tremontin's decision to withdraw from the race. He will be speaking today on that as well. Now, going on to other stories, government has affirmed its aim of reclaiming degraded land in the country to position the country to benefit from the ongoing trading of carbon. The resolution is coming as leaders of the continent ramp up pressure on global superpowers and financial markets to reevaluate Africa's resources to access funds. My colleague Eric Mauna Ebeta reports from the inaugural Africa Climate Summit in Kenya.
So it's been a packed first day of the Africa Climate Summit here in Nairobi, Kenya, the Kenyatta International Convention Center, where the Ghanaian delegation has been strong as all of Africa comes together really in a last-minute push